Manchester United suffered an embarrassing defeat. Embarrassment is an understatement to say the least. They lost 7-0 and the jokes are coming up already. 7 up, so many tracks to sort of shade the Red Devils, losing at Anfield once again. 2016 was the last time they won there when Rooney with that solo goal. Their woes at Anfield continue. Mohamed Salah became Liverpool's all-time highest goal scorer in the Premier League with 129 goals. Cody Gakpo grabbed a double, so did Bobby Firmino coming on from the bench. A double also for Darwin Núñez. It was party time for Liverpool fans as they humbled United and gave them a reality check. Chelsea got their very first win since January 15th in the English Premier League. A reprieve of sorts for Graham Potter. Manchester City also early kickoff on Saturday got all 3 points, beating Newcastle United 2-0. And after that, the Gunners had to come back from 2 goals down versus relegation-threatened Bournemouth to win 3-2. It was an interesting weekend. The Spurs unfortunately lost 1-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers, making their top 4 position quite shaky. Welcome back to the channel. That was a summary of what happened over the weekend for the clubs in England. Barcelona won their game this time around after losing last weekend to Almeria. They are back on top, or still on top of the La Liga table. It's a tough race in the Bundesliga as both Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich have the same points. On the Ghanaian scene, there was a super clash, doubling as the President's Cup. Hartlepool won it 1-0, a solo goal from Konedu Yadon, getting has the 3 points and the President's Cup, along with a cash prize of 50,000 Ghana cedis. Today, my focus is on the performance of Ghanaian players abroad, and it was great to see Kudus Mohammed get his 10th league goal of the season, too shy of the highest goal scorer this season. Kudus is having a great time. His goal was the reason his side got all 3 points in their league game. Also on target once again for the second week running was Ransford Yeboah. The man is also doing well for his club. Came on as a substitute and added to their 3-0 win. On target as well was Thomas Partey, who began Arsenal's resurgence with that first goal that kicked it all off in that comeback win versus AFC Bournemouth. That being said, let's start looking at the performances of Ghanaian players abroad. And I'll start off from the English Premier League. Hull City on Friday night, they played West Bromwich Albion. On target was Ghana Black Stars player in Benjamin Tete. He scored a goal in the 33rd minute, opening the scoring for his club side. He played 64 minutes of this encounter as his whole side won 2-0. Benjamin Tete on target. Arsenal took on AFC Bournemouth, and it was Thomas Partey. He played 90 minutes and began the resurgence for his club side as they won 3-2 late on. Antoine Semenyo played 64 minutes for AFC Bournemouth, went off before the resurgence from Arsenal began. Crystal Palace took on Aston Villa, and it was Jordan Ayew's 75 minutes of action. Jeffrey Schlupp was not in the team. Crystal Palace lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. Brighton and Hove Albion beat West Ham United 4-0. Tariq Lamptey went off after just 16 minutes with what looked like an injury that could rule him out of Ghana's game. We'll get in more details in the course of the week. Southampton beat Leicester City 1-0. They missed a penalty, James Ward-Prowse there, but it was not something that would hinder them from getting all 3 points. Kamaldeen Sulemana played 80 minutes of the encounter. Salisu Mohammed was an unused substitute. Daniel Amate as well unused substitute in this game. Middlesbrough beat Reading 5-0. Andy Adam played 67 minutes for Reading as his side were thumped, captaining the team. Baba Rahman was not in the squad. Rotherham beat QPR 3-1. Albert Adoma played 65 minutes of this encounter here. Plymouth Argyle took on Charlton Athletic and they lost 2-0. Charlton, that is. Joe Walcott had a used substitute here. Nottingham Forest drew 2-2 with Everton, And Andre Ayew came on in the 71st minute, had a shot on target, but it was not enough to help his side get all 3 points. In Spain, I moved to next, and RCD Mallorca lost 1-0 to Elche. Baba Idrisu was an unused substitute here. Rayo Vallecano on Sunday shared the spoils with Athletic Bilbao, both teams drawing blanks. 0-0 it ended. Iñaki Williams came on in the 72nd minute. Unfortunately, he could not help his side get all 3 points. Abdul Momen for Rayo Vallecano played 90 minutes, 3 clearances and 1 interception for the Ghanaian. A good night for him as he helped his side keep a clean sheet. In Germany, Bayer Leverkusen thumped Hertha Berlin 4-1. Fortunately, Callum Odoi was an unused substitute here. Kevin Prince Boateng as well, an unused substitute for Hertha Berlin. Grutherford shared the spoils 1-1 with Hannover 96. Not in the team was Derek Cohn, a player being looked at closely by Black Stars head coach in Chris Hughton. He was at the stadium to watch Thomas Partey and Antoine Semenyo in that Arsenal versus Bournemouth clash. Bochum took on Schalke 04, and it was a loss for Bochum. They were beating 2-0. Christopher Entry played 90 minutes of the encounter. And Hamburg ISB took on Nuremberg. A 3-0 victory for Hamburg ISB. Ransford Yeboah Konesdorfer for the second week running found the back of the net. Came on in the 84th minute and scored in added time to make it 3-0 for his side. SV Sandhausen took on Holstein Kiel, a 1-1 draw. This one ended in Kwesi Ocher, an unused substitute for Holstein Kiel. In Italy, Spezia drew blanks with Hellas Verona, both teams drawing blanks actually. Emmanuel Jesse played 89 minutes of this encounter. It was 0-0 at the end. Fiorentina took on AC Milan. Alfred Duncan was an EU substitute here. Fiorentina winning 2-1. In France, Strasbourg lost 1-0 to Stade Brestois. Alexander Djikou was not in the team for this one. His side losing here. 1-1 draw between Nice and AJAX. Gideon Mensah had a good game. 90 minutes of action for him and his side. RC Lens took on Lille. Salis Abdel Samed played 90 minutes as it ended 1-1. In Belgium, Saint-Truiden took on Genk. Both teams shared the spoils here. 2-2 it ended. Joseph Painto played 75 minutes of this encounter. Gent took on Anderlecht. Francis Amuzu played 84 minutes. Ashimeru as well played 71 minutes as his side lost 1-0 to Gent. Royal Union beat Kas Upen 2-1. Abdul Manaf Nuruddin back in post for his Kas Upen side. He played a full 90 minutes. KV Ostende beat Club Brugge 3-0. Kamal Soa played 45 minutes, and Dennis Odoi was an unused substitute. In the Netherlands, AJAX beat NEC 1-0. Kudus Mohammed scored in the 52nd minute, the only goal that caught his side all 3 points. He played 89 minutes, his 10th league goal, and 2 of the top goal scorer. That's a summary of Ghanaian performances, Ghanaian players and their performances outside the country. It was great to see them get in the back of the net. Kudus Mohammed, Ransford Yeboah Konesdorfer, Benjamin Tete, and also Partey Thomas. A long time he had found the back of the net. But Manchester United fans would not like to see or be reminded of how they have been embarrassed by Liverpool. Winning a trophy, the high of winning a trophy last week, brought down to earth by this 7-0 humbling. This is not good enough. Since 2016, it has not been a good story at Anfield for the Red Devils. Erik ten Hag sparked a revolution, but he has been stalled by the onslaught of Liverpool. Your thoughts in the comments box on everything. What was your best game of the weekend, and who impressed you most over the weekend? I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening.